What it do, everybody? It's your boy Tito, man. Come back to you guys with another video today, man. Hope all is well in your world today. Even if it's not, man, there's nothing you can't overcome through personal perseverance by the grace of God. So hey, your boy want to hit you guys today with a word of encouragement. That word of encouragement is doo-doo in a football game. Yep, you heard it. Doo-doo and a football game. And for those of you who may not be from the South, may not be from Tampa or FLA, baby, doo-doo ain't another word for poop, right? So doo-doo in a football game is the word of encouragement your boy want to bring you guys today. So many of you guys know by now that your boy did have the distinct pleasure of playing Division I football at West Virginia University. However, the journey for me in regards to football, it started at Howard W. Blake High School, baby. And that's where I honed my skills. And that's why I put myself in a position based on what I did on that high school level to be recruited by collegiate schools, right? So why am I telling you this story, one might say? It's because the story of the greatest game that I ever individually played in the history of my football career, it started one night through my junior year against Armwood High School. And your boy had 10 catches for 132 yards. In reality, your boy dropped about 2 or 3 balls. So I probably could have had, maybe like 12 or 13 catches with a touchdown, probably for well over 200 yards. But more or less, it was the absolute best individual performance I ever had on a football field in a game. And so that particular night, what makes that night so significant is because my junior year, I started to have a level of success. And I think that year, the Armwood game was about 5 games into the season. And at that point, I had, a nice handful of catches on my belt, even a touchdown. But one thing I didn't have was what they call YAC, yards after catch, or rack, or run after catch. So I had been, catching some touchdowns and catch some other balls, but every time I would catch a ball, it'd either be in the end zone or I would catch it and get tackled. And so through that week, my one of my coaches would just encourage me, hey man, you got to get you some rack. And my brother was like, my older brother Johnny, he's like, man, you got to get you some, you got to get you some yak, man. You got to show them boys how strong you are. You just can't catch it and fall. You got to catch it, and beat somebody. And so I kind of had that in my mindset going into the game. But I never forget the day of the game. Went through school, and man, got out of school. Closer it got to game time, man, the more and more I started to get the bubble guts. And so the significance of poop is, man, I had been batting 100%. Like I had this personal anxiety and worry about pooping in public. So at that point in my life, through 11 years of school, 12 years of school, I had never ever pooped at school. And so even though this was after hours and stuff, and nothing but the football team was there, man, I just refused to poop. But this time in particular, man, I had to poop so bad. And it was like the poop, like that poop feeling. Sometimes you could wish it away, like you stop thinking about it and then it go away. But this particular time, it would not go away. And then usually, when you start some type of physical activity because your mind is off the poop, then the poop actually goes away. Somebody like, man, this way too much information. Maybe, man, but there's a meaning in this story. There's a lesson, right? So it didn't go away. Even through warm-ups, like the feeling, the sensation, and it get to that point where you feel like you can't even close it off down there. You just feel like it's gonna come out, hell or high water. There ain't nothing you could do to hold it in no more. It gotta come out. And so for whatever weird reason, through the pregame speech, I was like, man, I gotta go, coach. And then I went to for the first time ever, I went to take the dump or whatever, and I couldn't. And so the game started, and I ended up having the absolute best game of my life. And the feeling finally went away. I guess maybe the adrenaline of the game actually happening, it finally made the poop go away. But with that crazy sensation, I end up having the best individual performance in the best football game of my personal life. So why the heck am I telling you a story about my best football game and me having to poop? It's because God is concerned with your availability. And there are some things that may be happening in your life that is causing you discomfort, that may be causing you pain. But if you can stay in the midst of the fight and you can just show up, when you show up, God will show out. And so just like when I had to show up that night, and even though I had the discomfort of having to poop, right? I had to poop, and I just felt like I had to let it go. Like, even in the midst of that, God allowed me to have the absolute best football game of my life. So what I'm telling you right now is, you may be in a season of discomfort. Some things may be happening to you directly or indirectly. Those who you love, you may be facing a significant health diagnosis. You may be facing some type of financial crisis or some type of significant breakup or divorce from your spouse who loved you. But in the midst of your discomfort, every day that you get on this earth, if you can continue to show up, if you continue to have that willingness and that mindset and that perspective to stay positive in spite of your circumstances, in spite of your situation, God's going to show up. He's going to show out. And you might just mess around and have the best day of your life, the best season of your life, where God's blessings raining down on you that you won't have room enough to receive. Because the word of God tells us that he'll do exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever think, ask, or imagine. So be encouraged, good people. In the midst of your discomfort, in the midst of your pain, God is working something in you and through you. He's going to bring glory to his name first and foremost. And he's going to elevate you, man. He's going to elevate your life, your situation, and your circumstances. Hold on. Stay in the fight. I love you. I appreciate you. It's your boy Tito, man. I hope that this word of encouragement serves as inspiration, for motivation, for elevation. It allows you to think above your current circumstance or situation. It's a blessing to be alive, y'all. Thank God for your life. Thank God for my life. Good day. God bless.